You're unassigned. You don't get a paycheck. Ow. It's fine. It'll be covered, or at least mostly, by shipments next month. Okay, now we're working on heavy industry. And we now have heavy batteries. Armored subsurface batteries supplement a dispersed network of small hidden weapon installations. Ground-based batteries are capable of truly awesome firepower, though it only manifests by making ground operations more difficult, as no starship captain will be foolish enough to get within their firing envelopes. There seems very little point in calling them up most of the time. The Enforcer, it's also heavily damaged. Okay, there's an Atlas. There's a Moira Carrier. This class of carrier was commissioned during the same period of carrier cent. This class of carrier was commissioned during the same period of carrier-centric domain naval doctrine as the ubiquitous Talon fighter. Armored to withstand the fury of battle alongside the onslaught, the Mora was nonetheless decommissioned en masse as doctrine shifted to favor heavier guns and capital ships flanked by line cruisers. Yeah, that'll be tempting. I was actually looking for this one, wasn't I? Sorry, Tartarus, but you're a bit banjaxed. Shame. Yeah. We will rename the... We will rename this to... what it should be called. Let me just get the correct spelling of Einstein. I feel like I'll put the letters in the wrong place. Ah, keep forgetting caps lock is on. Right. Excuse me. Auto fit. Assault. Strike or support. Sure. Two hypervelocity drivers. Still two hypervelocity drivers. Didn't I have another one? Or did that go with the ship? That went with the ship. Forgot to de-equip them before sending them off. Oh well, it's nothing egregious. Going down to 21 a day to patch up some damage, I guess. Oh, I'd pass. No, that's nowhere near enough. I can now get up to here, but not quite good enough. They don't like me nearly enough for that. I'm ever so slightly short for a Prometheus. If I sell... so short. But not by much. No, suspicion. Nice. Monitor frigate. An oddity among ships. The Monitor is the result of the line of thought that sometimes the best defense is indeed the best defense. Features turret mounts angled to provide wide arcs and a unique flux shunt modification to its power system specifically constructed to relieve flux generated by shields. Indeed, the Monitor makes up for lack of maneuverability and firepower with the ability to withstand prolonged bombardment from enemy ordnance. Two small universals. It's given two flax cannons and a flux shunt. And Fortress Shield. Reduce the damage taken by shields to a minimum, but generates hard flux while active. And then it has flux shunt to dissipate it. Nice. Ooh, excuse me. 2,500 fuel capacity. Jump. Oh, I'm actually curious. I never did fully read the factions thing. And also, excuse me. Okay, we're friendly. I'm relatively unknown. They stay in my way. Although nothing has been proven yet, the Luddic Church officials tend to view with distrust. Link access to the port authorities granted only grudgingly, and you find yourself subject of investigations and harassment frequently. A hole of your face and an ident hash of the last known fleet are both regular parts of intersystem security bulletins. It's very certain that there's it's very certain there's a high-ranking Luddic PAT officer whose primary assignment is to hunt you down. Excuse me. The Luddic PAT is a loosely associated category of radical, decentralized, apocalyptic sects of Luddism that claim a truer interpretation of Ludd's message. They view the church as compromised and corrupt, putting worldly ego and comforts before the true Luddic path in the end times. The war of Armageddon is now, and the lines are drawn. Only through forceful, righteous action shall good destroy evil, and only through violence will the abomination of humanity's hubris and rebellion against God be swept aside in a final act of redemption. Or so they claim. The Luddic path necessarily finds itself at odds with nearly all other factions in the sector. Excuse me. An alliance formed to counter hegemony dominance of the sector. Members of the League don't necessarily agree on all issues, domestic or otherwise, but even come into armed conflict with one another. But the League is unified when it comes to the hegemony, which they consider to be illegitimately enforcing martial law in the name of the domain, a dead political entity. The League, by its laws, unites against other external threats, such as the particularly meddlesome megacorporations, warlords, and the Luddic path. The Persian League is not intrinsically egalitarian or for individual freedom as such. The purpose of the League is the freedom of the constituted polities, with any matter of internal politics of those polities to be left to their own devices. While the domain might have intervened against the domestic policies of worlds it ruled, the League specifically forbids any intervention. The Sardinian Diktat is a polity founded in a relatively recent hegemony military intervention in the Asconia system, led by Admiral Philip Anrandia, formerly of the Hegemony Navy. Anrandia's hegemony psych evolve describes him as intelligent, charismatic, yet prone to narcissistic excess. Hold on. In his words, the Diktat was formed in the crucible of the Asconia crisis, and with it a new people, a race of humans with emboldened spirit and clarity of purpose, stronger, possessing the will and determination to overcome the divisions and petty parliamentary politics that bred only chaos when tested by the collapse of the gate system, considered by the sector at large to be a military dictatorship. The most powerful megacorporation in the sector after the fall of the main gate system, Tachyon, specializes in cutting-edge AI development, including several notable cases of violating the domain ban on autonomous Alpha Plus level AI, and exotic high-power devices, starship engines and warp drives, power generators, energy converters, force fields. Since the collapse, Tachyon has vastly diversified its operations and insulated itself throughout the sector. Insinuated itself throughout the sector. Even hostile factions, paranoid of hardwired back doors, find themselves forced to employ standard Tritachyon devices, beginning with the ubiquitous Tritachyon PDA. From a certain perspective, the Tritachyon corporate charter's peculiar algorithmic self-modifying features might be considered to be an abstract form of AI, which makes use of human corporate officers as integral components, though this is a philosophical argument which was never satisfactorily resolved in a way that led to any additional convictions of violating the domain's AI ban. Which is to imply that it's perfectly, it's completely accurate. You know some of the independent leaders personally. May receive trade concessions and access to high-quality ships and munitions. I've already read that. Not a unified faction as such. The independents are a loose category of politics and free agents, unified more by a lack of association with a major faction than any shared qualities. Independent worlds and spaces who call themselves independent worlds and spaces who call them home often share reputation data, trade generously amongst themselves, and will readily cooperate to perform short-term security and military actions to better protect what freedom they have maintained by working together. Equally likely, trust can break down, and independents will suspiciously deny each other favors, compete viciously, and turn a blind eye to the misfortune of neighbors. Not technically unified faction, but more a loose category of bandits, brigands, deserters, looters, soldiers of fortune, mercenaries, and free captains that share a common belligerence with the established powers of the sector. Many pirates are runaways from the mainstream sector society, usually oppressed by the status quo, stowaways from core worlds. Most pirate captains would hardly call themselves such, rather seeing themselves as challengers to the inept rule of the hegemony, or the League, calling vengeance for wrongs caused by misled society, taking what they can, taking what they can take through their cleverness and audacity. These captains can be characterized by their insatiable thirst for freedom and glory. Naturally, they give little thought to those to carry an official identification beacon, reserving their magnanimity for their fellow travelers. Pirates. Please. Oh, nice. Pirate activity's over, apparently. Okay, so the production's been increased by 2, with upkeep reduced by 25 and demand reduced by 25%. And ship and weapon production qualities being increased by 20%. Not half bad. Okay, let's head here. F5. Oh, that glitched. I do want to set up my own things, but I feel like it will be a little unstable financially to do so. I want to bulk up my finances a little more before I try something like that. Okay, we're going through storm territory. The storms do blast you faster, and you use more fuel, but it's still, let's say it's still less than it would, Yeah, if you didn't get blasted further. Maybe. I don't know. The suit captain will heed well its warning. Danger level high. Do it. At least this way you can. There's it's a two-way jump point. Fucking remnants. Come on. Query target. Movement to engage. Foil. Why are you fucked? I have no idea. Seriously? But yeah, this is a lot longer range now. Maybe it's because of the storms. The combat readiness issue. Wow. Actually, my weapon range is being reduced. I think it only seemed longer to me due to... Wow. The beacon is to be heated well. I'd like to go in there, but... Fucking seriously? Turn back now. I think I've ships that take increased fuel costs as well, which isn't helping right now. Given the debt I'd accrued... Oh, wow. That went nicer than anticipated. Wow. Okay, looking at the map of it before, it was making it look like if, I could barely make it home. Ah, fuck's sake. I, again, just looked at the inner circle. Oh well. I'll have to restock anyway now. Okay, so those two places are very dangerous. I'm nowhere near ready to go into them. Need a heavy anti... Yeah. You need a heavy anti-drone fighter loadout. Ton of flat cannons. Oh yeah, I never did check that other place, did I? No longer getting the extra little supplies there because I got rid of tech mining. Oh Christ, I can actually travel a bit outside this now because of my overwhelming amounts of fuel. Okay, we aren't actually at war with anyone right now. But yeah, let's go off and get this. Wait, who? Make sure it's not poisoned. Luddic path, presumably. Sorry, I was just looking at my phone. I need to get back to WoW. The Shadowlands pre-patch is coming soon. And I want to get the base game done, do the pre-patch, and then I probably won't be touching WoW for a while. Just completely burned out on it. I'm just disinterested. Did have some guild drama, and so I'm a little because of it. Won't get into it, but I had a little bit of guild drama, and it's just like, ugh. That didn't help. Nice knowing you. Doesn't give you time to respond before ending the transmission. And stripping herself from the phone book. It's all the way over the fuck here. It's one of these. Obviously, I am not going over there. That will be beyond my capabilities at the moment. Though I suppose space, hyperspace is safe enough. There's sometimes bans, but it's not as bad as in a place. But I wouldn't risk it. Okay, how about the other quest? Like I could at least get over there and see, but I wouldn't be able to do anything. I'd have to pretty much leave immediately. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it back. Yeah, I'll be fine here. Save. Just saw the tweet about the Shadowlands pre-patch coming out, so I better get back to it. scared the hell out of me. What a church expedition. Its ground forces are outmatched. Space forces are superior, but to be likely the expedition likely to be largely repelled by the ground forces. I can avert it, so only if I fancy paying them to not attack me. I'll pay the guys paying me a huge chunk of money not to attack me, because largely, like, I'm only paying 20 grand back to them. Everyone else can get fucked. Domain error probe. An example of one of the countless thousands of robot probe ship. I read that before. Domain error survey ship. Moo Buddy, Errol She, Tau Queen, Lambda Jake, Iota Rocky. Force habit. Ah. No, we've just committed regicide. My buddy's down. Oh, my buddy Superfly. Lambda Jake is no more. Much like the Lambda complex. And no more Rocky movies. Random noise, encrypted signal. Memory banks are scrubbed clean by hard radiation, largely inert and unfunctional. Fucking typical. Survey ship. An automated survey ship from a long past wave of domain exploration. Thousands of ships like this were sent in waves, some independent, others attached to or manufactured by similarly automated motherships following the first wave of robot probes. This apparently unresponsive hulk has been ravaged by centuries of exposure to charged particles and high-velocity impacts of stellar dust. Nominally active. Drones. Engage. Big for a drone. That's cool. Well, no one will be driving Miss Daisy anymore. Okay, I feel like I skipped a line there. Tree crew lost, alright. Weak ping was done. I feel like that might come back to something. And a crafted nanoforge. So we can probably only install one. A lot of probes here. So you do have to engage them all. You can't just auto finish it. Just frustrating. Oh, howdy. I'm actually getting involved in the fights. So, is the pulse laser for defense or what? Also, I do appreciate the Irish name to the ship. Hats off to the devs for remembering Ireland exists. I've just Ireland's. So I remember seeing a movie of the that had a world map in it, and Ireland was like a squiggle at most. It was just like I've just a bit of a complex about being remembered. Nice. Well, the person with the intel was actually quite right about, there being domain stuff here. And, this is the most probes and shit we've ever found. Indicate unusually short-lived charged particles near derelict. Density distribution in the internal structure has also changed from patterns extrapolated from your previous encounters with domain or exploration vehicles, as if internal masses have been removed or intentionally redistributed. Huh. To worry about electronic warfare now, which is an additional thing to be a pain in my ass. I need to change up the missile I have, so it's the quenching type. Oh, actually, yeah, I've only one missile slot, not two. It's because the others got sold with the ship, and I didn't realize. Nice. The probe's databanks are partially accessible, and that therein contains information about rich ore deposits on a volcanic world in the heart of Beta Resh star system. I may as well scan these while I'm here. Moderate ore deposits. I wonder if the instability stacks the more you go over your limit. Like, and you end up just having like minus 100 if you go hard enough. Ooh, misclick. Vast runes. Nice. Solar shield then. Nice. Ah, here it is. I'm glad I checked the map. Augmented defenses. Brilliant class standard drone ship cruiser. It's like the other guy's equipment. You know, the remnants. Getting. Damn it. Overload. Ow. Margin call? Yeah, I barely got it. Saved by a fucking margin. Damn it. Thank you. I was gonna stop and wait for a bit, but no. Let's do it again. Forgetting. I do like that frigate's teleporting. Frig on, frig off. Oh, ally. Now it's not me overloading. For once, I'm not the one who put the knife into the toaster. No, no. Never mind. Oh, nice. Can't move. Drop it. Fine. Want to be up close? Let's be up close. That was poorly advised. Let's set my guns up right this time. F. Rig. Oh. Super. Oh. I didn't realize you hadn't been... I'd completely forgotten to gear you out. Armored weapon mounts and advanced turrets. So yeah, it counteracts that. Nice. Remember the Bismarck. Alright. To reduce stuff down a little. There we go. Sweet. Great. Should have put 4 on tree. Whoa. Oh, I never saved, did I? Come on. Did someone save me? You know, I'm going to leave this here. I'm just playing poorly now. Apologies. Till next time, love and peace.